Hello, I'm GITA Ramesh, the Managing Director of Kairali Ayurvedic Group of Companies. We are a family from Ayurveda and have started Ayurveda from the year 1989, where we started the first Ayurveda center in Delhi. We pioneered in setting up the center at, at a time when Ayurveda was really fading away, and people of India also was not aware of this subject Ayurveda. So it was then that we started our journey of Ayurveda. The group, though started in 1989, way back our forefathers had given us this knowledge, and it has percolated down through centuries through our family, where they used to do manufacturing of products which was researched and developed from the year 1948, with products like Lipidex, Durance, Duramin Forte, Spa-Liv, Spa-Zyme and things were researched and introduced into the market, and which had very good results. After 1989, when we set up the center in Delhi and offering these services to mankind and the people at large in and around Delhi, and successfully completing about almost a decade, we ventured into starting the Ayurvedic Healing Village in Palghat, the hometown of Ayurveda. This is the most serene place where you could come and relax, revive and regenerate yourself by Ayurvedic therapies. As Ayurveda says, you have to take care of your body irrespective of so that you live healthy and keep your body healthy. So the preventive aspect of Ayurveda is promoted a lot over here, besides also offering treatments for various diseases. My personal journey to Ayurveda, you could say right from childhood, I could say that we been doing Ayurveda, as my mom used to give me, lehas or churnams for whenever we are not well or whenever we are sick. Or even if you're not sick during the seasonal change, she gives us something to eat so that the immunity system in our body builds up and you live healthy. So that was always there as we grew, but after I got married to Ramesh is when Ayurveda became even more important to me, because their family was the one that was manufacturing the Ayurvedic medicines, and I, being a biochemist, it was very easy for me to correlate with these products that they were manufacturing. And from there onwards, when we realized that Ayurveda was a very, what do you say, a treasure that was going away from India, we said, why not go down to Delhi and start this service sector of Ayurveda? And that's how the brand Kairali came up. And me, Ramesh and myself set up the first Ayurveda center in Delhi. From there, as I said, the public or the people, the guests that came there got the benefits and craved a lot about all that we were doing, because they themselves didn't know what Ayurveda was. We had to teach them literally what Ayurveda was. It was a journey where it took us almost 10 years to get ourselves established well in Delhi. Ayurveda for me it's something that is a lifestyle. You have to live it. It is an everyday affair that you have in your life. Like you do your daily routines, Ayurveda say, to prevent yourself from falling sick, do the norms of Ayurveda. The norms are like do the dinacharyas. That means you do your daily routine, get up in the morning, shower, brush your teeth, clean your tongue, put a little bit of oils into your nose, nostrils, ears, and take a nice simple massage where you don't have to spend much time, but yet it relaxes you, makes you feel very good. Sun is hitting direct, no? Okay, so Kerala being the hometown of Ayurveda, as you say, the cradle of Ayurveda, it never lost Ayurveda like the other part of India lost it, because for various reasons, in other part of India, Ayurveda lost its fame or its practice because of invasion of various other countries coming and invading and not allowing it to be practiced. Whereas though invasion was there in Kerala, but it was not to that level as all the other states in India had problems. The people in the living in normal people itself used to practice Ayurveda in their homes, and certain Vedas families were still alive and practicing it and passing it down through generations. So Kerala retained in its pristine form the Ayurveda as it was written in the text in the Puranas. So this is a connection between India and Kerala. So that's why we say, though Ayurveda is the whole of India, we say Ayurveda cradle of Kerala. Yeah, the Vaidyas, those days there were no colleges or any institutes where things were taught. This is Ayurveda is something that is given to us by God, we could say. And it was just somehow written by Charka Samhita and Sushruta Samhita and all. And certain pockets only people could practice it, because this was just handed over from one person, from the father to the son, and not noted or manuscript anywhere where anyone else could learn it. So you start learning from a very tender age in along with your parents or the people who are practicing in the family. So it is not a few years of subject that you're studying it throughout your life, from the time you're born till you start practicing on your own. So that's the difference between a Vaidya and nowadays doctors who just learn from the text for a few years, and they think they have become a very good doctor. So we choose to do our Ayurveda in Palghat, Kerala, because Ayurveda is the hometown of Kerala, of Palghat also you could say. It's geographically and ideally a better location than the beaches, because beaches is not the place where you have the curative air coming in, which is the salty air is supposed to be not good for Ayurveda, but it's pure, pollution free, with the flora and fauna in and around Palghat is an ideal and apt place for Ayurveda. That's how we choose Palghat, and plus it was the hometown of the Ramesh family. And that's the reason why it made us even more comfortable to come and start over here. And we did 30 independent cottage. The contour of the property was left as it is, as the flow of how the life is up and down. It's the same style we left the contour of the property. 30 independent cottages, all done according to the Vastu Shastras. Every cottage was named after a star, and water flowed in front of every cottage, which gives you a very peaceful and a meditating feeling of mind, which relaxes you completely. And every room had a Velambri conch, which again gave a positive vibrations. We planted trees and herbs in and around the cottages. The very air that you breathe itself gave a very curative effect. So keeping all this, and diet was a very important aspect on this. So the kitchen that we prepared was all to do with Ayurvedic food of way of eating, and the food was designed and done for people to come and eat easily digestible food, and which would have helped them in getting their disease is cured or even just rejuvenating and relaxing themselves. So this whole property was kept with the norms of Ayurveda, and the whole place is just Ayurveda and nothing else.